Have you ever walked into a room and felt the energy shift, but you weren't sure why? It was because of you? If people often pull away, go silent around you, or seem shaken by your calm presence, this video will explain the truth. Your aura might be more powerful than you realize, and it's time you understood why. Stay until the end. The signs may surprise you. You don't need to perform. You don't need to impress. You are no longer interested in applause, in approval, or in belonging to spaces that demand you shrink. You are not here to fit in. You are here to remind others of who they truly are. Let us explore 6 signs that your aura is too powerful for most people to handle. Not because you're above them, but because you're aligned, and alignment is rare in a world addicted to noise. 1. Your silence feels like thunder. In a world that screams for attention, you carry stillness. Your peace is not passive. It is forged in pain, polished through perseverance. While others are driven by reaction, you move with intention. Your silence unnerves those who rely on chaos to feel alive. When you walk into a room, you don't speak. Yet people pause, conversations shift, energy changes. Why? Because your silence listens deeper than most people speak. Your calm confronts their inner storm, and they don't know what to do with that kind of presence. Shi Heng Yi once said, "You must learn to act without speaking, to influence without commanding." This is you. You are the embodiment of inner control, of presence without performance. 2. You don't seek to be understood. You seek truth. You don't wear masks. You don't water yourself down for comfort. You would rather walk alone in truth than gather followers in illusion. And that terrifies people who have built their identity on image, on performance, on curated personas. Your clarity, not your words, threatens them. Because you see too much. You feel too deeply. You do not need to explain your soul. Because your energy explains itself, your actions are rooted, your values are immovable. In that kind of authenticity, that refusal to perform confronts others with the masks they wear. And not everyone is ready to remove them. 3. You are a mirror, and not everyone likes their reflection. Your presence is like a mirror, a reflection that reveals the parts of people they've buried, the unhealed wounds, the abandoned dreams, the voice they silenced long ago. Some will be drawn to you because they sense the possibility of awakening. Others will avoid you, minimize you, even reject you, not because of who you are, but because of what they see in themselves when they stand next to you. They call you intense. They label you too much. But what they really mean is, I'm not ready to meet the version of myself your presence calls out. Or you don't enter rooms. You shift them. Your energy does not knock. It flows like water and reshapes the space it enters. You don't need to raise your voice or demand attention. Your eyes see through layers. Your spirit feels what isn't said. And this depth, this radical stillness makes shallow waters uncomfortable. You don't push, you don't persuade, you simply are. And that being speaks louder than 1,000 speeches. The air changes when you arrive, not because you seek power, but because you carry peace. And in a world that profits from unrest, peace is power. 5. You set boundaries without apology. You walk away without theatrics. You leave spaces where your peace is disturbed, not out of arrogance, but out of alignment. You do not beg to be heard. You do not explain yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. You know your energy is sacred and you protect it like a temple. This is unsettling to people who expect access without effort. They're used to performing for connection, manipulating for control. But you don't play those games. You stand firm. And that firmness feels like rejection to the insecure. But boundaries are not walls. They are invitations. Invitations to meet you in truth or leave you in peace. 6. Your healing has made you whole. You are not intimidating because you are loud. You are intimidating because you are whole. Because you've walked through fire and didn't become bitter. Because you faced your darkness and found light. That journey made you quiet, not silent. Soft, but not weak. And now your joy is unprovoked. Your peace is unshakable. Your love is wise. You no longer chase what disturbs your soul. You attract what resonates with it. And for those still pretending, your wholeness is a disruption. But this is your power. You do not need to be understood to be impactful. You only need to be true. Final words, call to action with Shi Heng Yi's essence. Not everyone will rise with you. Some will retreat. Some will misunderstand you, and some will disappear. Let them. You are not here to carry everyone. You are here to carry light, to carry truth, to remind the world that healing is real, peace is possible, and depth is divine. Be like the monk who stands at the edge of the storm, unmoved. Be like the mountain that watches chaos pass, unchanged. Walk with calm, speak with clarity, love with strength, live with intention. As Shi Heng Yi teaches, true power is found not in force, but in balance. Not in dominance, but in mastery of self. You, dear soul, are that balance, that mastery, that presence. And that is your aura.